Uh, sorry about that. Welcome Monday.
Welcome to Monday, people. It's Nick on Monday, right here with Miss Swedish Fish. We're here for the Marketing Qualified Rundown on Monday.
We're obviously new to Mondays, and that's why we're talking about allergy and just surviving the day before.
Yeah. So, all right. Hopefully I got your attention. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers, and you included yesterday. So you guys had a nice celebration.
I was hungover, but it was great.
All right.
Well, okay, let's do this. Good content today.
It's a good content. This is kind of funny. I mean, you could tie in some Mother's Day pieces into this, which is the whole topic is right content, wrong voice.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you could have, you could tell your child to eat his peas, but then if it comes from the wrong voice, then maybe they don't eat it. I don't know.
I think the wrong voice is always the mother then. Always, when you're trying to tell them what to do.
All right, so let's think about this from a B2B perspective, though. So obviously, when a company positions their marketing voice, their brand, their persona, they think about it like, okay, here's a blog, here's a case study, here's my presentation, my sales slick. And then they think about the persona that they're going to talk to. So whether it be, finance Fran or security Steve or whoever, right? That's the typical way to do it.
Yeah.
But have you ever thought about like who should be saying it? Like who the message should come from versus just like the company?
I mean, I've thought about it many times, but I think we all kind of fall flat on that because we think that it's almost such a minor thing, but it can have a huge impact. So if the message that you're trying to communicate is actually coming from someone that understand your problem, it's already like more like trustworthy to me. And I think that goes for a lot of people.
Yeah, I think, just as an example, right? I mean, a lot of times brands send messages out on behalf of the company, right? So Acme Company or from marketing, or I know we've encouraged our clients and we've talked about this a lot that, coming from a person is much more impactful than just the person can be part of the brand, but it should come from a person. This takes it a step further into, like if you are talking to a finance person, then, a message from the CEO or even a CFO or a finance person, the brand is still the brand, but the credibility where it's coming from can resonate better, right?
Yeah, and I think then another example is anything security related. So if you are in the security world and trying to sell anything of sort of security, then let your security team, whether that's your CISO or anyone who's in it day in and day out, actually talk about that and give that message rather than just a generic marketing voice.
Yeah, and I think, keep in mind, we're not suggesting you take your finance people and your security people and your engineers and technical people and put them on the marketing side. What we are suggesting is you take the information in their brains and you pull that out and you'll be able to create content that either maybe it comes from them, it could be from avatars, it can be from FAQs, it could be white papers, but have it come from these people and have the information so it shows validity. As an example, obviously we have, we write Channel Bites as one of our newsletters, and we have a former security expert, technical expert that writes a lot of the content, right? Because coming from him, he has a validity. Like even as smart as we could try to write, we're never going to write it and have the content that he's going to have from his perspective.
Right.
So
it seems, yeah, it's kind of straightforward and basic. It's almost like you're thinking about it as a case study. Like whenever you put case studies out, you have a client talking about X problem or whatever the outcome, and someone who is in the same boat of that same problem is going to trust that more than someone just talking about it generic. Like I know about this, but I've never experienced it.
Yeah, I think the big question, ask yourself, who would I believe if I was the buyer? Right? Yeah. That's the question. Just ask that question to yourself and then think about it from that angle and then adjust accordingly, right? And again, adjust who it's from, some of the content, but we're not saying go away from personas. Personas are very important, but just think about that voice you should really lead with.
And also ask yourself, would I believe this? And if the answer is no, don't post it.
Yeah. All right. So that is the content isn't broken, just the messenger is. So let's focus on who is the messenger. And not as a total side tangent, but I think this does reinforce that, obviously on LinkedIn, which we're on, is the people within the company are so critical and to get the message across, right? I mean, LinkedIn is, you see, all about the people. There's more of that than the company. So the people represent the company versus the company representing the people.
Imagine that. Humans matter.
Humans matter. But another topic which also matters is failure.
You know what? I read this and I thought I forget now, and I'm probably going to embarrass myself for not remembering, but there's a quote out there from someone really successful saying that I've never failed X amount of times. I've only tried X amount of things, something along those lines. And I think that I think about that, like when you try things and you fail, there's no such thing. It just didn't work. You learned something, right?
Yeah, this is your Monday reframing from Marketing Qualified. So try 12 things. If you hit 3, that is progress, guys. Just if you hit 12 things and you get 0, yeah, that's not progress. But again, you're moving along. So if you just sit on something and don't move ahead and try it, that's failure. But if you try it and you fail and you're making progress, that's good. So just try more.
Yeah, just keep trying. You tried 10 times. You didn't fail 10 times. You just tried 10 times and it didn't work.
Yeah. And again, hey, we are classic lovers of the sandboxing exercises, which is, if you're not familiar, just trying something, right? Try something out that you haven't tried before. We call it sandboxing. And you run it for a couple of weeks. And if it doesn't work, it's okay. You try again.
Just stick it out. We also have a tendency to kind of drop too soon. Just stick it out. Don't give up.
Don't give up. All right. So those are our 2 topics for today. And what's our mean?
Oh my God.
Yeah, this is pretty funny given there's been a lot of conversations of late about websites and the changing trend of sites in general and how they're used, how they're searched, SEO, all that. So I thought this is pretty.
That is funny. Let us know if you need a refresh.
All right, that it?
That's it. That's it for the day. Monday qualified rundown.
We'll take a small commercial break, and Anne's going to go have some coffee.
I'm going to go for coffee. If you're not subscribed, marketingqualified.co. That's where you find more content. I'm going to sip it now.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Bye. See you guys.
Oh my